Man. And I really think they didn't need to go that hard with the login screen. Now the main menus music screen. That's oh well. In the end they did. I couldn't expect anything less from Vanguard. Now Rose Frontline 2 Corposant Part 2. Finally. Finally. Wait, am I live? Should be live, right? Right? Yeah. I am live. Started the stream a little bit earlier today, but not that much. Initially I was planning to start much earlier the stream, like at 30 minutes, maybe even an hour before the planned time, but some things got in the way and I couldn't do that. Also, today's stream was actually supposed to be Wuthering Waves, but as you can see by the title, I got a little bit scared of receiving spoilers for this event, especially when I see so many people saying that this is peak GFL2 lore, which just fed even more my fear of getting spoiled because it could ruin the experience for me. So I decided to bring Corposant today to finish finally this event. Now then, without any more delays, Corposant Part 2. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh my god, VS 110. Oh, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Alright, Corposant Part 2. The curtain rises, the cast has finally arrived. Enter, stage left. VS 11. Oh. Host the audio. Seems fine. Okay. Night time. 2074. I stand before the hotel's full height window, my fingers slightly tapping against the tempered glass. The sumptuous skyline of the wide zone traces a dazzling horizon in the night, sharply contrasted by the dim, gray outline of the satellite city in the distance. The prosperity outside the window feels utterly at odds with the weight on my mind. With Leva's coordination, we managed to shake off the security authorities far more easily than expected. That identity card sent every official who tried to inspect us scampering. Thank you, Dad. No, actually. No. He might be referring to the identity card given to him by Mr. Kruger still. Not the ID card that he received in the Girard Group event. I've returned to the hotel to reorganize our intel while waiting for any new updates from Group 2. In one corner of the room, Coffee kneels on the carpet, completely absorbed in sorting through materials we retrieved from the Research Institute. Rosa leans against the wall nearby, carefully inspecting her weapons while keeping a constant eye on the scene outside the window. I let out a quiet sigh and refocused my thoughts on what we encountered earlier at Orpheloon's Institute. That sudden attack, and the mysterious scientist named Chilo, which I hope she will die soon because I don't want to chat her again. But obviously that's not going to happen. At least not now. Maybe if I'm lucky enough, she's going to definitely die by the end of this event, but even that I think is very, very difficult. While Grows updates Leva on and the others on the situation, I also take the opportunity to contact Yelmo and throw my questions at Dandelion. Dandelion speaks with an unusual seriousness after I finish recounting everything. So even the Queen of Smugness became serious after hearing the situation.
Ah, だが研究内容とは対照的に警備はほぼないと言っていいのが気になった。
まあ当然といえば当然ね。コーラプス粒子をエネルギーに変える技術は普及こそしていないけど、すでに実用化されているわ。ロレンの量産している浄化車とエルモ号のベクトルエンジンがいい例ね。
私の考えすぎか。楽園計画は本当にオルフェルーネの言うように何の変哲もない研究プロジェクトなのか。それともその裏にパラデウスが何かを隠しているのか。
もし本当に発表通りに計画が進めば、低コストでイエローエリアの浄化を行いながら発電もできるのだから、確かに楽園に違いないわね。でも都市一つの消費電力を賄うなんてペルシカにすらできないゲートをあの小娘にできると思う？
確かに。
I massage the bridge of my nose, trying to ease the strain from all the thinking.
そういえば気がかりなことがある。
何？
オルフェルーネはフランクフルト事件で真理を見たと言った。彼女もあの空間に影響されたのか。
We are going to touch that part of the GFL lore. With that tutorial, because if Chiloveg has Elena right now, then they're definitely going to proceed with the plan, and we are definitely going to touch that part of the GFL2 lore. Sorry, GFL lore.
約束を忘れたの？
すまん、忘れてくれ。
We're not supposed to talk about that with Dandelion.
話を戻そう。問題はオルフェルーネ本人がどこまで知っているかだ。彼女の研究に対する熱意は本物だった。こんな記者相手に誇らしげに実験施設を案内したくらい。私を騙すための演技だとは思えない。
複雑に考えすぎよ。またいつものように女の子をたぶらかしたんじゃない？
Maybe perhaps it was your charm, Commander. Maybe you raised her too hard and she allowed you to know more about her research. Sometimes I do keep wondering how much aware is the commander about his own charms. It doesn't seem that he's that aware of it, which honestly just kind of pisses me off. That he doesn't do any of this intentionally.
その可能性は限りなくゼロに近いね。
Oh, Commander, you're so unaware of yourself.
じゃあゼロではないのね。オルフェルーネのことは引き続き調べるわ。新しい情報が入ったら共有してちょうだい。
ああ、それじゃ。
I walk over the large round table at the center of the room. Spread across it is a huge map of living, with several key locations marked in red. Orpheloon's research facility, the Girard Group's headquarters, and several experimental fields on the outskirts.
彼女が無実だとしたら、背後にいるのは誰だ？オレク・ジラード、イグラ、それとも。
I tap a question mark on the map with my finger.
一番怪しいのはチルロビグ。
Coffin springs up from the floor and hops excitedly over to the table. Then picks up a photograph, one of the pieces of evidence we secretly took at the facility.
イグラがこんな奴のためにオルフェルーネを一人にしたんですか？オルフェルーネの生活のすべての面倒を見てきたんですよ。チルロビグの電話一本で彼女の元から離れるなんて怪しすぎます。
I am completely on you, with you on that blue thing. God damn, I love this blue thing.
でも、オルフェルーネ本人は異を唱えなかった。あるいは不審に思わなかった。ということは、オルフェルーネも承知の上か、以前も同じことがあったかよ。
Setting her weapon aside, Rose steps up to the table and points at a spot on the map.
仮に黒幕がチルロビグだとして、イグラはどういう立ち位置なの？
I recall Igla's ever-vigilant eyes and subtle body language from yesterday at the research facility. Even as Orpheloon naively demonstrated her experimental results, Igla maintained an almost flawless professionalism. But in certain moments, especially when I pressed deeper, her reactions revealed a level of wariness far beyond that of an ordinary assistant.
一枚噛んでいる。
I voiced my assumption outright.
チルロビグがオルフェルーネに何を隠しているのかも知っているはずだ。パラデウスのことも人体実験のことも私の口から聞かされるのを何よりも恐れていたようだった。オルフェルーネのことを守っている、あるいは監視しているのか。
もしかして二人にとってオルフェルーネはもう邪魔になったとか。
イグラが離れた直後、研究所が襲われた。私たちが襲撃者を撃退していなかったらオルフェルーネは確実に死んでいただろう。誰が送り込んだ？ファルベングループ、パラデウス。
I drum my fingers on the tabletop. thinking into thought. The entire situation feels like an intricate chessboard, and we can only see one small corner of it.
ところで指揮官、本当にオルフェルーネは何も知らないと思っているんですか？
I do. Well, I mean, I can easily say something like that because we have various perspectives from, but they only have their own perspective to see. But yeah, Orphelin definitely doesn't know anything about any of it at all, which is kind of tragic, to be honest. If Paradil's plan succeeded, then all the faith that she has on her own research would be just...
状況的にそう考えた方が自然だ。だが完全には信頼していない。思想がどうであれ、ジラードグループの次期総裁兼主任研究員だ。本人が事情を知っていようがいまいが、何かしらの形でパラデウスの陰謀に関わっていたはずだ。
彼女は純粋な科学者よ。目の前の研究に没頭するあまり、周りの状況が見えていなくてもおかしくないわ。
We definitely have a lot of experience with that, don't we? I nod. Gross's analysis is likely correct.
それから彼女の言っていた真理とは何だ。
The truth. The meaning she claims to have beheld during the Frankfurt incident. Although I mispressed. It's almost laughable, but when it comes to the Frankfurt incident, it was without a doubt a central. I was right at the heart of it. I did witness some deeply unpleasant things, but nothing I would ever call the truth. So, what exactly was she referring to? Just as I sink deeper into thoughts, the communicator on the table suddenly vibrates. I grab it quickly and answer.
私だ。
Luke's voice comes through from the other end, with the wind blowing and static crackling faintly on the background. Oh, they are probably witnessing the fight between the DeFi team and Igla, aren't they? Because Group 2 went after Igla, right? After the commander left the institute.
指揮官、緊急事態です。
Oh, sounds likely. There's a trace of tension and excitement in her voice, rare for the usually composed Kluke. After leaving Orphelun's research facility, Kluke has been leading Group 2 in monitoring Igla and Orphelun's movement.
どうした？
オルフェルーネらを尾行してジラードグループ傘下のホテルに到着しました。今夜そこで楽園計画の前祝いを行う模様です。現在そよ風招待がホテルを見張っています。イグラはオルフェルーネをホテルに送った後、黒塗りの車に乗って衛星都市の方角へ向かいました。
衛星都市？何のために？
わかりません。気づかれないよう距離を保っていたので。ですが、あそこにはジラードグループの所有するビルがあります。警察の通信によれば、30分前にそこで警報が鳴りましたが、誤作動だったようです。
But yeah, they're about to find Team DeFi.
誤作動。
If it were truly a false alarm, it wouldn't warrant a personal visit from someone like Igla.
どうする？
来るかい？そのまま監視を続けてくれ。 グローザ、コルフェン。行くぞ。
Let's go! Let's go! The action, the action. Hold on. Let me just move my fan a little bit because I'm scared that it's going to make my curtain hit the microphone. Should be good. You. Ah, yes. 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 I always love to see the commander. Now we're going to the real action. VA11. Awakening your slumbering courage and embark on a journey in search of the truth. Night 1. So, is this going to have some story or is just a combat stage? Because there's a lot of story. Oh, there's a little bit of story. Okay, yeah, this is going to take a while. Based on the coordinates provided by Clue K, we are already close to the target area. This entire district is an industrial park belonging to the Girard. We disembark some distance away from the park itself. After checking our weapons and comms, we begin moving towards the park. Although security personnel are patrolling nearby, slipping past them and entering the park is effortless for us. I feel noticeably more at ease after changing out of the dress suits. We follow the route that Clue K sent, and our journey has thus far been uneventful. With security forces present here in such numbers and guarding the area so tightly, it is easy to imagine there's something here that they are trying to hide. 404 is positioned on a small rise outside the park. While the location does not allow a full view, we can still make out the general situation inside. There are no civilian facilities anywhere around the park. It is also particularly strange that the interior is completely empty, with visible signs of a hasty evacuation. Aside from the security personnel, almost no one is left on the site. We approach 404. Clue K is observing the park through a pair of binoculars.
来るかい、状況は。
監視している間、誰もここから離れていません。イグラはパーク内にいるはずです。リバにこの場所の情報を要請しました。
それで
ジラードがかなりのコストをかけて物流センターとして建造した新施設のようですが、使用された形跡がありません。
何かのカモフラージュか。
おそらく使われていないのに毎月巨額の資金が投じられています。
It is very surprising that they can just build things. They can build massive facilities whatever they want in just a short period of time. It's honestly impressive.
イグラがここを訪れたのもチルドビグが関係していると思われます。実態は秘密研究所かと。
さすがにはよく調べている。
実はリバより先にあの人が情報を提供してくれました。
あ
の人？
カリーナさんです。あなたが合流したら連絡するように言いつけられています。
It has been such a while since we last mentioned it, Kalina, haven't we? Since the scene of the hospital, I thought for sure that I didn't even thought that she would come back eventually, still in the same events. I'm glad that she's back. Well, kinda. We still don't know exactly what they drugged her with, what made her sick, and then I'm still a little bit worried about that. We still haven't got a proper explanation about what exactly happened.
そうか。
A little awkward, huh, Commander?
通信コードはこちらです。
I take the code Kluke hands me. After hesitating for a moment, connects to Kalina's channel.
カリン、調子はどうだ？
平気です。リバさんとレナさんは局長に同行しているため不在です。ここから先は私がサポートします。
ありがとう。
It's still awkward.
イグラを追って目標エリアに到着した。相手の位置はわかるか？
管理局の人間があの場所を見張っています。情報が入り次第共有します。ただ警察の通信を傍受した結果、ジラードグループの施設で戦闘が起こっていることが分かりました。
今この瞬間、イグラと交戦している可能性があるのは。
はい、反逆正体しかありえません。
彼女たちを見つけるのが最優先だ。ヘレナも一緒にいるかもしれない。
おとなしく返してくれると思いますか？
Actually, I was about to say I hope so, but then I remember, oh yeah, they don't have Elena anymore.
アンジェの元部下たちだ。きっと昔と変わっていない。
はい、私もそう思います。インダストリアルパークには大きな通風口がいくつかあります。その周囲に秘密研究所への入り口があるはずです。入り口までは誘導しますが、そこから先は指揮官様の判断にお任せします。
わかった。
Kalina sends over a route map leading to the heart of the underground facility. After a brief exchange of opinions, the dolls of 404 begin preparing for infiltration. Groza distributes the ammunition and weapons she has brought along for resupply, while Coffney calibrates her equipment next to me to ensure stable communications. I gesture downward.
ここを第一撤退ポイントにする。ここがダメになったら、パークの正面入り口で合流しよう。
交戦規定は？
反撃のみ許可する。
面倒ね。
I know, but what else can we do, Kluke?
カリンがセキュリティシステムの穴を特定してくれた。まずはハッキングで情報を集めてくれ。必要とあらば、電子戦で敵の自立戦闘ユニットを無力化できるはずだ。
今の404に電子戦ですか。簡単に言ってくれますね。
できるか？
当然です。任せてください。
Of course she wouldn't say that she can't. She's perfect after all. She's all the commander needs after all. Andores, I'm sending over the information on the security system's hacking point. Received. Although it seems there are more combatants along the way than expected. As long as we are careful, we won't alert those pests. Yep. Start by dealing with those automated units, then go for a stealthy attack. Okay, Kuke and Andorizo. Well, Kuke could easily just
おじけついたの？
clean the whole area over here. Let's use just these two. Oh well, Kuke, time to shine. Oh, wonderful.
交代するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
Oh, Kuke. Such a shame that you lost your position as the most meta unit after the release of Void
交
Machina.
代するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
But you still do a pretty good job at cleaning trash. Ow. Ow. Ow.
訓練
Cloakay, please.
ハンデをあ
And done.
げる。今だよ。
Perfect.
404
Oh, that was
敵に回
short.
したのが運の尽きよ。
Okay, that story segment didn't take as long as I thought it would. Oh, the art is so nice to look at. Oh. When the Undertown blooms into tsunami, chaos can erupt at any moment. In 1. VS 1-2. Go. Nighttime, 2074. Inside the top floor conference room of the Girard Group headquarters, Kruger, Leva, Lena, and several agents from the Non-Military Forces Administration are already in position. CEO Oleg Girard of the Leave headquarters appear far more shrewd compared to Rurik's of the Odessa branch. At this moment, he's sitting at the far ends of the long table, a metal case and several documents placed before him.
お越しいただきありがとうございます、オレク総裁。
社交辞令はいい、クルーガー局長。
Oh, this is Oleg. Slightly different from what I was expecting. A bit more round than what I was expecting.
これがそちらの望む人形暴走事件とワクチン事件の証拠。データ、実験記録、議事録、一通り揃っているはずだ。
随分と塩らしいじゃない。
時代は変わったんだ、リバさん。悪あがきを続けても私には何の得もない。
Kruger signals for Leva to inspect the materials. Leva takes the memory drive and plugs it into the interface. She scans through it quickly, then nods.
全部揃ってる。不備はないわ。裏はなさそうね。
私の誠意を感じてくれたか。
Sure, dude, sure. But let's see how this whole thing is going to develop first.
条件を提示できる立場にないことは理解している。そちらも同等の誠意を示してほしい。
あなたの身の安全を保証する。一言余計かもしれないが、総裁、あなたはどうやら社員のことは眼中にないようだ。
ビジネスとは残酷なので、局長。時には誰かが犠牲になるしかない。 私の弟のようにな。本質的には生存競争。違うか？
もう一度契約を確認しよう。あなたが全ての証拠を提出し、調査に全面的に協力するなら身の安全を保証し、こちらで新たな身分を用意する。一部個人資産の移転も引き受ける。
資産といえばまだまだ示せる誠意が残っていた。これで年金が増えるというの
He turns on the tablets he brought with him and pulls up a series of files.
楽園計画のことを探っているのだろう。
Oh my god.
イグラの勝手な行動もこれが関係している。正直そちらがなぜこの計画にこだわっているのかはわからないが。
Wait, you can't be serious that you don't know what exactly this project is. The CEO president of this branch, whatever. You don't know what the fuck this is about? Bruh. Bruh. Mr. Oleg, you really should be more aware of the organizations you decide to cooperate with.
持っていくといい。楽園計画の資料だ。オルフェルーネのノート、実験で全てが。
I mean, he could still be bluffing, right? You never know. Lena's eyes widen slightly.
娘を売るっていうの？
Exactly how Stiloveg said he would.
なんだね、その科学者たる者、自らの選択に責任を負わねばならない。私はただ商人として取引をするだけだ。
楽園計画は数時間後に開始されるわ。お嬢さんは今も全力で準備を進めているはず。裏で父親が自分の積み上げてきた全てを差し出そうとも知らず。
これは娘のためでもある。あなたたちに目をつけられた以上、関わり続ければ罪は重くなる一方だ。
I mean, he's not exactly wrong about that, but still.
損切りは早い方がいい。
Kruger's expression remains unchanged as he takes the tablets.
確かに価値のある資料だ。だがこちらが誠意を示すほどではない。非軍事勢力管理局を代表して楽園計画の凍結を求める。
無論だ。手はずは整っている。
He pulls out his communicator and rapidly inputs a command.
今しがた CEO 命令が来た。楽園計画に関する一切の活動を中止せよ。
I don't know, it sounds a little bit way too easy, you know.
公表もする。これで満足だ。
まだだ。計画に関してだが気になる証拠が。
Oh, of course. Of course. Before Kruger can finish, the lights in the conference room abruptly go out. Then the alarm flashes red.
レナ、局長を守って。
Oh, here we go. The conference room doors are flung open, and armed personnel and marionette dolls pour in and swiftly surround everyone present. Oleg jumps to his feet.
誰の指示だ。出ていけ。
静かに。セキュリティシステムをリセットしました。ただいまをもって一切の出入りを禁じます。
馬鹿げてる。私は総裁だぞ。今すぐ。
オレク・ジラード、修正協定違反につき身柄を拘束します。あなたの命令は受け付けません。
Of course, it wouldn't be so easy.
修正協定だと。何の話だ。誰の権限で動いている。
楽園計画始動まで全ての人員の出入りを制限します。抵抗しないでください。
Mr. Oleg, you really should do a better research about the groups by which you're going to cooperate with. Honestly. Oleg's face drains of color.
これはクーデターだ。誰だ。ジーマーマンか。取締役の誰かか。
Neither of the armed personnel nor the dolls respond to Oleg. Cold sweat pours down his face. He slowly collapses back into his chair. Kruger casts Oleg a cold glance, then stands and addresses the armed personnel sharply.
これは非軍事勢力管理局との契約に提唱する。それだけじゃねえ。我々の許可なしに非武装エリアへ侵入することは犯罪になる。
局長殿、申し訳ありませんが従ってください。
Oh my god, Paradils. See, Paradils are such a bunch of snakes. Such a whole bunch of snakes.
抵抗しない限り危害は加えません。我々に引き金を引かせないでください。
Leva and Lena exchange a glance and move to shield Kruger at the center.
外部に繋がらない。通信を妨害されているわ。やる。数は相手の方が上だけど。局長の安全が最優先。
どうやらあなたの想像以上に部下たちは覚悟が決まっている。
奴らめ。
こうなってしまっては仕方ない。総裁、契約を変えよう。
The conference room doors close behind the marionette dolls. The red warning lights continue to flash, casting every face in a grave, oppressive look. Bunch of fucking snakes, holy. When the hunter becomes the prey, just how will they escape the trap that has been prepared for them? VA-12 Hunter 1. Oh, are these guys new? Oh, no. They are the... Okay, yeah, the firewall remakes. Okay, yeah. I know these guys. I have fought them before. Oh, back to D5. Okay. Okay, so Knight goes to Commander, King to Mr. Kruger. And Hunter, the DeFi dolls. Are we going to have 3 parallel storylines just like we had in Isomer? Because if so, it's going to be so cool. It's going to be so fun. Isomer was the event that made me really get into GFL, the GFL franchise. It's gonna be so cool if they do it again. The DeFi dolls move swiftly through the underground passageways. Beneath their feet lie shattered combat automatons and bodies riddled with bullet holes.
クリア。新たな敵へなし。
地表に近づけば通信妨害の影響を受けずにケビンと連絡が取れる。
でもその前にヘレナはどこ？
置いてきた。場所はここだ。
My daughter, man. The moment Voimastna appeared, Alva could already guess what she had decided to do. But she still clings to a sliver of hope and scans the surroundings. Voimastna does not bother to search for Elena. Her wolf eye has already swept this area countless times. The answer is obvious. Disappointment and regret are written all over Voimastna's usually impassive face.
本当にここで合ってるの？
Voimastna walks to a small broken opening along the sewer wall. Alva switches on her flashlight and shines it inside. There is no sign of Elena.
激しい戦闘の痕跡が残ってる。自動防御システムのビーム跡だ。
捕まったか。
So she actually did try to put up a little bit of a fight. Before Chilovek deactivated her spheres. Voimastna bends down and picks up fragments of a shattered communicator. Her gaze heavy.
私の判断ミスだ。すまない。
Alva checks her terminal, but she still cannot locate the signal from the container.
さっきあなたの言う通り、すぐに撤退していれば。私が引っ張ったから、敵にヘレナを探す時間を与えてしまった。私のせいだ。
いや、私がもっと早くあの人形を倒せていれば。
Girls, please, there's a lot of ifs, but that doesn't really matter now anymore. Need to deal with the current situation. You could, if you want to keep thinking what could have happened, maybe if it changed something, you could stay here forever. But I don't think any of you two have the time for that right now.
撤退できただけでも奇跡だよ。ヘレナのことは後で考えよう。今は得た情報をアップロードしないと。
強行突破だ。
その方が早く動ける。
Voimastna reloads a fresh magazine and nods forward. Just as Alva is about to move, he suddenly freezes, listening intently to the sewer.
銃声。
遠いな。だが間違いなく戦闘が起きている。
Hello, online residents. Welcome to the stream, and don't call me Kiru. Shut up.
誰かが警備隊と戦っているのか。
私たちの撤退ルートにいる。一体誰が？
We're finally going to meet again. The Elmo dolls. Finally. Finally, it has been so long. Alright. Alva and Voimastna. There we go. Imagine I just say Kiru and Lee. That would be very evil of you, online residents. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. DOE is not as big as Alva's. Oh well.
私がやる。
Oh well. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful.
脅威を排除する。任務了解。起動。
And then move point master here can affect, yes. Just barely into the range of that.
さっさと倒れたらどうだ。
敵が
Whoa, the enemy just like that. Shut up. D5 moves through the underground corridor. Just as Alva suspected, the passage is packed with defensive units. Combat automatons and dolls have already built fortifications, waiting for D5 to walk straight into the trap. But the automatons before Alva's eyes are completely motionless. Their drooping limbs and weapons indicate that their neural circuits have been fried on the spot.
ケビンか。
いや、ケビンのやり方じゃない。でも運がいい。
The Knights of the Elmo dolls, please, 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 please. No one else I can think. I can't not think of anyone else that were capable of doing something like this than the Elmo dolls at this point.
そののんきさ、嫌いではありません。
Fuck.
しかし、幸運の女神はいつも気まぐれです。
How are you so fast? Alva immediately searches for the source of the voice, but Igla is nowhere to be seen. Boy Masna suddenly shoves Alva aside. The massive force slams her into the wall. As her vision spins, a violent explosion erupts where she had been standing just moments ago. She scrambles back to her feet and sees that the ceiling overhead has been blown open. Igla drops down from above, her dagger already buried in Boy Masna's forearm. Boy Masna lowers her stance and dissipates the force. She shoves Igla aside and then lashes out with a brutal kick. Igla blocks the strike with both arms and lands lightly on the ground after arcing through the air.
お見事。ここまで私を楽しませた。あなたは初めてです。
Well, to be fair, you speaked before attacking them, Igla, so that gave them a little bit of time to react. I'm actually a little busy, so I have to say, oh, shut up. Have fun. Thank you. Thank you, line residents. Have a good night. See you another day, perhaps. Boy Masna pulls the dagger from her forearm and glances at it. The blade had originally been aimed at her core. She refocuses her attention on Igla, who makes a brief gesture towards her.
倒さないと先へ進めないようだね。
任せろ。
Huh. The stories are going quite fast right now, isn't it?
全て排除しました。これで先に進めます。
Or maybe it's going to be around the same length as the previous part. It's just that now we have more stages to divide the story. God damn it, I swear, I was about to get so happy thinking that it was the Elmo dolls. The Elmo dolls were the ones responsible for that, but of course, it's never that easy. Kuluke pulls her connection jack free from a control panel. After releasing an abnormal surge of current, the panel gradually falls silent, but her frame is still shaking violently.
電線も大したことないわね。
It seems this is really isn't your specialty, Kluge. Supported by her teammates, Kluke barely manages to stand up. Even with 4 dolls plus the equipment carried by Andori sharing the load, the immense computational strain from the hack has nearly caused her to crash. Fortunately, before Kluke's neural core could burn out, he managed to breach the system's defenses and destroy the automated command chain throughout the entire facility.
指揮官、ハッキングで施設内のすべての自動戦闘ユニットをダウンさせました。
さすがだな、クルカイ。
当然です。どんな任務でも完璧に遂行します。
Oh wait, so maybe it was indeed her who managed to do the hacking and freeze those those automatons. Good job, Kluke.
頼もしい。セキュリティシステムの権限をこちらに譲れないか。
はい、確認お願いします。
無事入れた。地下エリアで4カ所から大量の損害報告が上がってる。最後に報告が上がったのはすぐ近くだ。
反逆正体ですか？
可能性は高い。
誘導してください。連れ戻します。
ああ、任せた。
Please, 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 please go reunite with them so we can finally deal with Igla. Let me see. Okay.
おじけついたの？
And Andoris.
ごめんね。
There we go. Just go for it. Just go for it. These enemies are so low level they cannot do any significant amount of damage to us anyway. And then move here. Ow. 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 Well. Aren't you guys annoying? Then Kluke. Not enough to do substantial amount of damage. Sorry, not substantial amount of damage. Not enough to reach those guys. I don't know why I said substantial amount of damage. My head was in somewhere else completely. There we go, easy. 404 enters the facility without a hitch, disappearing from view even through the binoculars. I watch their coordinates on the terminal and consider what they might encounter next. Based on the information, the area is very likely where they will run into D5. With the combined combat strength of 404 and Task Force D5, breaking out of the facility shouldn't be difficult. However, even if they manage to rendezvous with the D5 dolls, the presence of that third gem doll will still pose a major obstacle. To be honest, I don't have much confidence that our current dolls can defeat Igla inside the underground facility. However, defeating her isn't our objective. We just need a plan to shake her off and leave quickly. As I study the facility map, an idea suddenly comes to mind. There's no data in the terminal to support this plan though. Looks like it's time to seek support. I quickly gather my thoughts and call Kalina. She picks up almost immediately.
Kalin, ジラードの地下施設の見取り図が欲しい。
何のために？
イグラ相手に正面戦闘は厳しい。潜水艦基地の時にやったことを覚えてるか？
Oh, when we fought Yegor in the what the fuck was it called? AA-10. I think there was a proper name to that thing, the mecha thing, but I don't remember right now.
同じ手を使いたい。
あなたらしいですね。ですが、ここは当時と違ってホワイトエリアの都市です。社会的影響を考えたことはありますか？
It will probably be fine.
だからこうして打診してるじゃないか。
また私に後始末を。
I mean, isn't that what you wanted, Skalina? You're working with the commander again. At the very least.
まったく、相変わらず人使いが荒いですね。
私は政府内部のことはよく知らないからな。カリンが協力してくれると助かる。
そうですね。戦闘を地下に留めることができればなんとか、報道管制を敷くことはできますが、それ以上はクルーガー局長の手に負えるかどうか。
面倒をかけないよう尽力する。
その言葉、一応信用しておきます。見取り図送りました。
Boy.
ああ、ありがとう。
Just want to see how exactly this is going to play out.
そうだ、今回の件が落ち着いたら一緒に食事でもどうだ？
Oh, having such a sweet moment at a time like this. Oh. Even the music's changed, despite the serious situation. Oh, and she blushed, blushing also.
お互い誤解があるようだし、これを機に解消しよう。どうかな？
It's so funny seeing the commander being so awkward.
嫌なら
指揮官様のおごりなら考えてもいいですよ。
Ah, of course, she's cheap as always. sorry.
でも、すっごく高いお店を選ぶので、覚悟してくださいね。
Of course.
指揮官、聞いてますか？
Oh, I hope she wasn't listening to that.
ごめん、404だ。また連絡する。
はい、お気をつけて。
来るかい？どうした？
目標エリアに接近していますが、激しい戦闘が行われています。熱源反応によれば、片方は第三世代人形のイグラです。もう片方は反逆小隊のメンバー AK-15 と AN-94。
よし、すぐに接触して一緒に離脱するんだ。イグラに絡まれたら。
I opened the structural blueprint Galina just sent. Rapidly simulates the scenario and transmits a set of coordinates.
この場所に移動して着いたら教えてくれ。爆破トラップで追撃を阻止する。
了解。すぐに向かいます。
I take a deep breath. Rosa has already prepared her weapon and stands silently beside me, awaiting orders.
グローザ、ここに爆薬を仕掛けてくれ。柱を4本爆破すれば足りるだろう。
了解。
コルフェン、車をパークの近くに回してくれ。中の人形が地上に出たらすぐに迎えに行く。
はい、準備しておきます。
そうだ、ヘレナの薬も用意してあるな。
Oh my god. Oh, they are definitely not gonna like to hear about the Elena situation. Fuck me, man.
もちろんです。
Coughing is going to be the one that's probably going to be the most. We'll see. We will see.
ホワイトエリアに長居して体調が悪化していないといいのだが、検査の用意も頼む。
ヘレナちゃんを見つけたらすぐに精密検査をします。
Coffee に。
ああ、任せた。
指揮官の期待通りだといいけど。
Dun, dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Continue. Oh, it's good. This stage are going quite fast, aren't they? Under Clue's lead, 404 moves through the underground facility and arrives near the battlefield. Now they can clearly see the full scope of the fight. The underground sewer has been utterly devastated by the clash. Walls riddled with bullet holes, and chunks of concrete lay scattered across the ground. Amid the ruins, AN-94 and AK-15 are locked in an intense engagement with a woman wearing a suit.
やっぱりあいつね。
The battle has clearly been going on for quite some time. AK-15 is covered in injuries, and AN-94's movements are noticeably more sluggish than Clue remembers. Worse still, their ammunition appears to be nearly depleted. Igla seems more like she's performing a dance than engaging in a fight. The rapier in her hand traces elegant arcs through the air. Beautiful, yet lethal. Even when facing the combined assault of the two DeFi members, Igla remains utterly unfazed. With her extensive combat experience, Clue can tell at a glance that even with the dolls beside her, taking Igla head-on would be extremely difficult. But she doesn't hesitate for a moment. The commander has given the order, and she has full confidence in completing the mission entrusted to her. On level 2, she orders the other dogs to deploy to positions where they can maximize their firepower, while she herself charges towards the battlefield at high speed.
反逆小隊、こちら404小隊に来るかい。指揮官の命令で撤退を援護しに来たわ。6時方向から接近中。フレンドリーファイヤーに注意。
404。
The DeFi dolls show no change in their movements upon receiving the transmission. Igla's raging assault allows them not a single moment of slack. Even under such dire conditions, they maintain astonishing tactical coordination. Couldn't expect anything less from them, honestly. Look at closest to visual range. Under her gaze, every round fired by AN-94 precisely targets Igla vital points, while AK-15 engages Igla in close quarters combat. Their coordination is flawless, yet Igla still handles it all with such ease that even Clue feels a little unnerved. But she doesn't falter. Seizing the instant when the hulking doll and Igla briefly separate, Clue fires several grenades accurately towards Igla. The unexpected attack sparks clear anger in Igla. So she didn't notice them approaching. Honestly, I am surprised because so far Igla has been very, very sharp with her senses. Even being able to sense dolls that are so far away from her.
さっきのネズミですか。
I honestly very, very impressed by this.
やはりあの記者。
Yep, it's me! It's me! Your favorite commander. Taking advantage of Igla's momentary distraction, Boy Masina's flying kick slammed into Igla's waist, while additionally, while additional grenade explosions force her to retreat further.
今やついてきて
This is going to be a evacuation battle stage, right? Okay. 416. Of course, Belka is there too. Shouldn't you be? Now isn't the time to talk. The commander sent us to pick up you and AN-94. So start getting out of that thing at attacks range. Got it. I can hang on for a while longer. So take 94 with you and mount a fighting withdrawal. Alright, okay. Yeah, it's going to be an evacuation thing. Let me see. Holukai. Belka. Alva. And I'm gonna put Voimas in the fallback, since she said she's going to leave her a little behind. Let's go. I wonder when and how exactly she's going to receive this mecha thing, because we are already in the last part of the story and I have not seen a single sign of this mecha suit. Easy. They can automatically move all the way there, right? Yep. Okay, now. Go here, third skill, target those guys. In action. Alva can move here. Belka can move here. Holukai. Go there. It's so awesome that she can just kill the trash easily like that. Couldn't expect anything less from Boy Mastina. And then once I kill these guys, I can let the dolls do the rest. There we go. And I just want to see how exactly this whole plan is going to turn out. And so far, I'm still worried about Elena. It's probably in the conference for the Project Eden near Orphalun, isn't she? Probably, maybe, who knows? That's the bet that I am making right now.
建物全体が崩落しないよう爆破範囲を調整してくれ。
了解。
Groza moves swiftly. In just a few dozen seconds, she sets up 4 directional demolition charges at the designated locations.
爆薬を仕掛けたわ。
私が合図したら爆破してくれ。
I stare tensely at the terminal. 404 is advancing towards the area I sent earlier, and the signal they are detecting can only belong to that relentlessly pursuing third gem doll.
指揮官、もうすぐ指定エリアです。後ろに追っ手が。
分かった。どっちが爆破範囲から出るのを待っている。
了解。あと10秒です。交代。
At the moment Kluke is distracted by transmission, Igla, burning with rage, lunges toward her with rapier in hand, at a speed nearly impossible to track with the naked eye. Alva fires a shot that strikes the blade aimed at Kluke, the tip deflects and bending itself precisely into the bolt of the rifle that Kluke has raised to block. Luke immediately drops the rifle, draws her pistol, and empties an entire magazine into Igla at a point-blank range. Even from such extremely close range, rounds of this caliber barely phase Igla. Just how resistant is her? Jesus Christ, what are they making these things of? The other dolls of 404 immediately lay down full auto fire to suppress Igla, finally forcing her back slightly. Boy Machina rushes forward, grabs Kluke by the back of her collar, and pulls her back into the doll's firing formation with a powerful leap. Kluke blinks in surprise at her new position, and snaps back to her senses and shouts into the comms. Groza's finger is already poised on the detonator, ready to activate at my final command. There's no way just this little bit of debris is going to pop Igla though. He was able to stand from debris before, right? The shockwave from the explosion shakes the entire building. The precise directional blast causes the entire section of the floor beneath Igla to collapse. For the first time, a flicker of alarm crosses Igla's face as she plunges downwards, caught completely off guard. Of course, she's fast as fuck after all. Alva and Boy Machina exchange a glance and nods to Kluke, while the dolls of 404 have already stowed their weapons and began moving. The building exit is just ahead. Behind them, a figure leaps up from the depths amid swirling smoke. Alva doesn't slow her run. She senses that something about Igla is different. Indeed, the figure in the smoke doesn't move. He simply stands there, watching the dolls depart. Kluke looks back towards Igla's position. Just as Alva said, there's no attack. And outside the building, the flash of headlight is already peeling into the interior. She probably received some news related to Orpheloon, doesn't she? Or maybe it might be related to the attack organized against Oleg in the conference room. The sharp screech of brakes signals that the extraction vehicle has arrived. I yank open the door and jump into the rear cargo beds, clearing space for the dolls. 404 quickly piles into the jeep. Seeing there's no room left inside, Alva and Boy Machina leap into the cargo bed as well, sitting beside me. Groza watches Igla's direction tensely, waiting for extraction to finish, while Coffney scans the area repeatedly before asking anxiously. Sorry, Coffney.
Nani?
すみません。奪い返す機会があるので離脱を優先しました。この座標に向かってください。セーフハウスです。
わかった。グローザ、そこに向かってくれ。
ええ。
The jeep makes a sharp turn and speeds out of the industrial park. The figure that was standing in the smoke earlier is already gone. having disappeared even more hastily than the dolls. Is definitely something related to
戦
Orpheline.
闘終了。脅威は全て排除しました。これで先に進めます。
Ah, fuck me, man. If only we still had Elena. We really care about what's going to happen to Elena on this stage. She doesn't suffer too much. Sorry, not on this stage, this event. A skilled hunter has ample experience in tracking. Hunter 2, VS 1-3. Go. Inside a dimly lit state-sacked safe house, only the blue glow of several computer screens illuminates the cramped space. The walls are covered with maps and photographs. A few empty magazines and medical kits are scattered across the floor. The dolls are replenishing their supplies using what's stored in the safe house, while Alva hands a small chip to Voimastina. Voimastina takes it and starts uploading the data at a nearby terminal. When the upload begins, Alva finally exhales in relief.
周囲を警戒して。
あ
さっきの戦闘でジラードの戦力を大幅に削った。ケビンも近づきやすくなったはず。F ランクの装備を持ってこさせよう。イグラに勝てる力をつけないと。
Oh, finally, if that's the mecha thing, it has to be the mecha thing, right?
ここはホワイトエリアだぞ。
Oh yeah, it's definitely the mecha thing.
責任は私が取る。
わかった。
The corner of Voimastina's mouth lifts almost imperceptibly. Oh, she like that. But she quickly represses the smile and focuses on making external contact through the terminal. Oh, so you like to use the mecha, don't you, Voimastina? You have fun using that thing? Finally, a glimpse of a smile on Voimastina's face. Among all the things that could have made her smile, that was the one specifically. Standing in the center of the room, it occurs to me to whom the safe house belongs. I let my gaze sweep over the members of Task Force D5 before finally settling on Alva. Alva notices the question in my eye. She introduces the new names she and Voimastina are using, and briefly recounts what they have been up to recently.
まだ保安局にいるのか？
いえ、今は協力関係です。10年前から反逆正体は完全に独立しています。
本当なら近況を聞くべきだが、今はもっと聞きたいことがある。
My daughter, especially.
どうしてリビウに来た？ヘレナを連れ去った理由は？それと、あの施設で一体何が起きた？
Alva doesn't answer immediately. She just keeps typing while data scrolls rapidly across the screen. After a moment, once all the data is parsed, she looks up at me and speaks seriously.
順を追って説明します。この10年間、ずっとパラデウスを追い続けてきました。ご存知かと思いますが、奴らは滅んでなどいません。私たちは先日、パラデウスの基地の位置情報をつかみました。保安局の協力のもと潜入に成功し、チルロビグというネイトに遭遇しました。
チルロビグがネイトだと？
彼女をご存知で？
Only by name.
楽園計画の主導者の一人でオルフェルーネ、ジラードグループの令状に信頼されている。 パラデウスの関係者と睨んでいたが、まさかネイトだったとは。
そちらもいろいろ情報をつかんでいるようですね。私たちは潜入した基地にあった資料から楽園計画の存在とジラードとパラデウスが手を組んでいる情報を得ました。計画の詳細は知りませんでしたが、パラデウスが関係しているとなると
叩き潰す。
その通り。なのでリビウにはその調査に来ました。ヘレナに関してはこちらとしても想定外でした。あの子は楽園計画の中枢を担う O43 で、放っておけばイグラに奪われそうでした。ジラードの手に落ちてしまったら何が起きるか分かりません。
ならどうしてもっと分かりやすく協力してくれなかった。カリン、管理局の人間もあの場にいたのに。
財団に私たちのスパイがいます。その情報によればジラードと管理局は手を組んでいます。詳細は分かりませんが。
だから管理局がわざとヘレナをジラードに奪わせたと思ったのか。それはありえない。局長はあのクルーガーさんだし、現場にいたのはカリンに404のメンバーだ。
クルーガーさんやカリーナさんを疑っているわけではありません。10年前共にフランクフルトで戦った戦友たちに関しても同じです。私たちも最初は介入するつもりはありませんでした。ですがカリーナさんにヘレナを守りきることはできないと判断しました。何よりカリーナさんたち以外の管理局の関係者が信用できませんでした。自らの利益のために不義理を働く人間がいてもおかしくありません。
You're not entirely wrong about that, but at the end of the day, all that your decisions accomplished was just to delay the handling of Elena to Paradise. I am momentarily speechless. Carrying the same concern myself, I find no ground to refute, however.
それで
ヘレナを連れて逃げながら応戦しました。しかし途中で彼女の入っていた箱が機能を停止。私たちの本来の目的は楽園計画の調査なので選択を迫られました。ヘレナの争奪戦に介入した以上、隠密調査はもはや不可能と言っていいでしょう。そこで一つ作戦を思いつきました。
とてつもなくリスクの大きい作戦をな。
She's still a little... She's still a little angry about that, it seems.
でもうまくいった。
どんな作戦だったんだ。
私がイグラの足止めをしている間、ボイマスティナにヘレナを連れて逃げてもらいました。もちろん私が叶う相手ではありません。イグラに倒された私は奴らの実験室、つまり先ほどの施設に連れて行かれました。
わざとか。
反逆小隊のメンバーはお互いの居場所が分かります。2キロまでですが、あらゆるジャミングを避けて位置情報を発信できます。 それを頼りにボイマスティナは施設を見つける。イグラたちの不意をつき攻撃を仕掛けました。その隙に私は奴らのデータベースにアクセスしました。
Alva stands and walks to the holographic projection table in the center of the room. She inserts a small storage device into the projector. Instantly, blue holographic imagery unfolds in the air, revealing complex data streams and architectural schematics.
これがダウンロードしたデータです。
I stared at Alva in disbelief.
これは。
はい。楽園計画の真相です。
Since the writers are going to leave us in the dark about it.
表向きは再生可能エネルギーの研究プロジェクト。実際は数々の技術を検証するためのもので、大規模な粒子の吸収、散布はその一環に過ぎません。他には植物が粒子照射を受ける変異の検証や、とあるサンプルのクローン培養実験も兼ねています。
Elena?
これらの実験、指揮官もどこかで見ませんでしたか
？I recall my past encounter with Diane and the others, and suddenly realized that someone of unknown identity once saved my life.
まさかあの時ロケット弾を撃ったのは。
はい。私たちもあの地下施設を調査するつもりでしたが、指揮官に先を越されました。私たちより先に保安局のエージェントが派遣されたのですが、指揮官のおかげで安らかに眠れたと思います。
The music goes so hard, man.
他にもパラデイスが異常な関心を示していた実験がありました。免疫体を利用して遺跡を起動する実験です。おそらく鍵を通して彼岸スペースに触れるつもりなのでしょう。ヘレナがその鍵です。
Open the door. I cannot even imagine what the commander must be feeling right now. Imagine being in the commander situation right now. You hear all these things. You have all these weights under you, the responsibility, the memories of the past, everything. It's so stressing. Just so stressing. I press a hand to my forehead as a wave of dizziness washes over me. Nirvana. Nirvana. Again.
そんなことできるのか。説、紙、どれも簡単に揃えられるものじゃない。その上さらに膨大な量のコーラックス粒子か。
Yep. Yes, Commander.
そういうことです。
So poor Orphelum. He doesn't know anything at all. And yet she's going to... What? Oh my god.
ジラードは植物を利用してコーラップス粒子を吸収する実験を行う一方で、パラデイスは免疫体のクローンの培養に成功しました。 O43 がその一人です。奴らが遺跡の設備を入手した情報はありませんが、楽観視はできないでしょ
そしてロレン内部でそんなものが手に入れられる人間は。
はい、あなたの推測通りです。なのですでに入手しているものと思われます。奴らはフランクフルトに現れた空間の裂け目をもう一度作るつもりです。
I can't speak. I simply stare at the projection that Alva is showing me, the information she stole from Chilover. The other dolls, having finished resupplying, overhear our discussion and hurry over, eager to learn more.
彼岸スペースに乗るって具体的にどうやって
膨大な量のコーラプス粒子に蓄えられた放射線はエンジンである遺跡の設備を動かす燃料になる。そして鍵であるヘレナと設備が共鳴し、彼岸スペースに通じる裂け目が開かれる。簡単に言うとこんな感じ。
Ah, my fucking daughter, man.
それじゃヘレナちゃんはそんな量の粒子を全部吸収しちゃうんですか？
うん。むしろその方が都合がいいんだけど。免疫体は粒子の影響を受けない。だから裂け目が開いた瞬間、大量の粒子が周囲にまき散らされる。だから計画の始動と同時にリビウ全体が死の大地と化す。
あいつら町の住人全員を犠牲にして、でそのお嬢様はここまで来て何も知らないってわけ？バカな。
To be fair, I think a lot of people around her are doing the most a lot of efforts to keep her away from this information.
それは正当な評価じゃない。チルドビグがオルフェルーネの研究に注目したのはジラードの支援を取り付けるためだけではない。
They want to use her as a scapegoat, probably.
研究の核となる部分、オルフェルーネ自身が完成させたものだ。
Yup. So then when people come to point fingers, she's going to be the culprit of it all.
これは噂に基づいた推測ですが、10年前のフランクフルトで彼女は彼岸スペースの裂け目を通して自分の認知を超えたものを見た。
なるほど、それが真理なのか。
もしそうなら指揮官と同じ祝福を受けたものですね。
Blast, huh? I don't know if I would call that a blessing.
そんなものを祝福と呼ぶのか。
すみません、不快な表現だと思いますが、パラデースのデータベースでは悲願を見たものをそう呼んでいます。そして私たちの知る限り、それはあなた一人だけじゃありません。
Alpha manipulates the projection, switching to a city map marked with red dot.
不幸中の幸いですが、今ならまだ阻止できます。資料によれば、チルドビグは先ほど破壊した実験室の他に、さらに秘密の実験室を持っています。
Of course they have another laboratory. Of course they have another secret laboratory in the middle of a white zone. Of course they do, because they have infinite money and they can build things in seconds. Of course. God damn it, man. Hi, hello, Adrian. Welcome to the stream.
そこが計画の中心となる場所です。
見せてくれ。
Alva displays the coordinates and related information. I read through them one by one, already beginning to simulate a plan in my mind. The other dolls crowd around the projection as well, trying to grasp the battle ahead.
一息ついたらすぐにその秘密実験室に向かいます。多分ヘレナもそこに。
Is this the event story? Yep. This is the second part of the Corposant event story. I think I should be still within 1/3 deep in the second part of the story.
楽園計画を阻止してヘレナも奪い返します。
Oh my.
手伝ってくれますか、指揮官。
Dude. This whole situation must be so fucking stressing.
もちろんだ。だがもっと戦力を。
管理局の関係者に全てを教えるのは推奨しません。人間である、人形である。
And that includes Kalina.
カリーナさんや他の人形に加勢してもらってもいいですが、
Ah, thank God.
こちらの目的を知られてしまう可能性があります。
Oh, okay, never mind.
言いたいことわかりますか？
Keep her in the dark again. I fully understand Alva's concerns. On one hand, with my strength alone, the operation will never be foolproof. I must ensure that if I fail, there's still a backup contingency plan to evacuate innocent civilians amid the disastrous fallout. On the other hand, I admit that Nonfa is not entirely trustworthy, but among them, there are some who are absolute exceptions to me. For example, I look at Alva. She looks back at me. I raise my terminal, and there.
カリン、聞こえるか？
Thank God you're not gonna keep her out of this. Kalina has suffered so much just by not being part of things. All keeping Kalina in the dark was an effort to keeping her safe, but that completely backfired. And I'm so glad that the commander decided to finally include her on this, even though it might represent a risk. But she herself said that she wants to fight alongside the commander. It should be fine, right? Even though I agree that it's much more safe if she just simply walked away from all of it.
指揮官様。
すぐにジラードグループ本部を封鎖し、全市民を町から避難するよう誘導してくれ。
どういうことですか？
理由は教えられない。だが、多くの人命がかかっている。
Oh, the commander found a way to do a little bit of both.
わかりました。
ありがとう。
Man, Kalina is doing so much, even though she's hospitalized.
クルーガーさんは？
会議に来るはずなのですが、連絡がつかなくて。
そうか。連絡がついたら教えてほしい。
はい、わかりました。
頼んだ。 全部終わったら行きたい店を教えてくれ。
I end the call and turn back to Alva.
今こちらの予備戦力は4人だ。そっちは？
後方に特殊装備を要請しました。あとは私たちだけです。
Mecha thing.
パラデウスの計画を止めてヘレナも助け出す。私の指揮下に入ってくれるか？
Alva glances back at the Voidmaster, who gives her a firm affirmative nod.
望むところです。
よし。では今から君たちはエルモ号の一員だ。グローザ、コルフェン、反逆小隊と一緒に私についてこい。
了解。
来るかい。ダイエンと合流してオルフェルーネの監視状況を共有させてくれ。その後は私たちを援護。ジラードや警察との戦闘に備えろ。
はい、手配します。
I mark out operational routes and requirements on the digital map using a few markers. Then check my watch and synchronize timing with the dolls.
一班は私とビルに突入。パラデウスの実験室が最優先目標だ。30分後に連絡がなかったら2班はこことここ、それからここの出入り口を押さえてくれ。グローザ、屋上にヘリを止めるようセンタウレイシーに伝えてくれ。最悪それで脱出する。
ええ、3班に用意させておくわ。
Oh, we are definitely going to use the helicopter. We are definitely going to use the helicopter. I can feel it.
今回はこれまでにない危険な作戦だ。無事脱出できてもロレン当局に追及される可能性がある。やめたいなら今だ。
The dolls quietly check their gear or study the route. No one responds to my final words. I look around at everyone, then nod.
行くぞ。
The helicopter is going to be put to work because nothing here is going to be easy. I can feel it. That's exactly what's going to happen. Which? Oh, this is going to be Paradude POV, isn't it? The blossoming flower is the most important ingredient in the broth. Which? VS 1-4. Go. Inside the Girard Group headquarters, marionette dolls stand in formation outside the control center. I knew it was going to be Paraduce POV. Now dressed in a brand new suit, Igla sits before the console, her long fingers slightly tapping the screen. On the surveillance feed, Kruger and Oleg are clearly visible, detained inside a conference room.
どうぞ。
The lead marionette doll steps into the control center and snaps to attention with mechanical precision.
報告します。オレク・ジラード並びに非軍事勢力管理局職員を会議室に拘束しました。通信妨害もかけてあります。
緊急時の対策は
4通り立案しております。必要に応じて武力制圧も検討します。
クルーガー局長への攻撃は極力避けてください。オレク様に至っては生死は不問です。監視を続けてください。異常があれば報告を。
Igla walks down the corridor and stops before a heavy metal door marked Experimental Zone. Authorized personnel only. The scenery is so nice, man. The 3D models of this background are just... Sorry. Inside the laboratory, Chilovag is dancing about in front of a massive transparent container chamber. Elena, who is floating within it, has returned to a sealed state. Dressed in rumpled and tattered lab coats, Chilovag hums an off-key tune while hammering away at the keyboard.
反逆の追跡を打ち切らせ、勝利をみすみす手放した理由、教えていただけますか？
勝利コテンパンにやられてたくせに。
今何
Oh boy.
冗談だってば。あのバカたち O43 を置いていったんだよね。一度は騙されたけど、私の O43 への執念舐めてもらっちゃ困るな。
回収できたのですか？
連中を足止めしてくれて感謝感謝。やっぱ最後に勝つのは私なんだよ。あの子がいれば楽園計画は安泰。反逆とかどうでもいいんだから。
Oh my god. You know what pisses me off? That Eagle is just playing along with this. Even though he's going to put Orpheloon's life in incredible danger right now if this project concludes. Like, he's just... Chilovag is right there. She's right... Eagle is currently right inside the core of Project Eden. Like... my god. She has all the power right now to stop whatever is happening, I would imagine. And yes, she does it. Why? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I know, I get it. She wants to protect Orpheloon's reputation, whatever. But I would argue that the successful conclusion of Project Eden causes even more harm to Orpheloon than whatever the fuck Chilovag could possibly be able to do right now. Oh, it's just so frustrating.
喜びなよ。お嬢様にめちゃくちゃ褒められるかもよ。
ですが、依然疑念が晴れません。
Igla, you're so stupid.
あなたにそそのかされて忠義に反したか。果たしてお嬢様を許してくださるでしょうか。
You're just so stupid. Chilovag spins around abruptly, an exaggerated smile blooming across her face. She performs a pirouette and skips over towards Igla.
大丈夫だって。あんたも見たでしょ。あのじじい、私たちは愚か、実の娘まで売ったんだよ。放置してたら何もかも台無しよ。
Oh my god.
オルフェルーネも分かってくれるって。
Orpheloon is going to fucking die. That's what's going to happen here.
それでも非軍事勢力管理局の局長を拘束したんです。ロレン当局に喧嘩を売ったも同然。あなたに残された時間はわずかです。
大丈夫大丈夫。O43がいるんだから。もう私は誰にも止められない。
Igla, you're so fucking stupid. Really. Really, of all the people you're going to trust this bitch, you're gonna put your You're confident. You're gonna place your trust on this fucking bitch right here? The one that conducts human experiments? Her jumped on my ass.
では計画を進めてください。各所は反応を起こすまでうまく立ち回る手札が必要です。
Chilovek lets out an exaggerated sign and spread her hands wide.
相変わらずクソ真面目なんだからこれから歴史を作るんだよ。
I want you dead so bad, Chilovek.
O43 の状態を教えていただけますか。
Chilovek strides over to the chamber, presses her face against the transparent wall, and makes a silly face.
ぐっすり眠ってるよ。体調も万全。あんたたちが暴れたせいで衛星都市の実験室がダメになったけど、ま、用済みだからいっか。リストに書いてあるもの、ホワイトエリアの実験室に持って行って。ようやくあそこを使う時が来たんだ。
Igla straightens up her posture, as immaculate and forbidding as ever.
お言葉ですが、どちらの実験室もあなたではなくジラードグループの所有物です。
Chilovek grins widely, revealing her pointed little canine.
もちろんもちろん。
Of course she loves the fact that those are Girard Group properties. But whenever things go to hell and people start asking questions, they can just point their fingers at the Girard Group. More specifically, Orpheus.
私はただの雇われ科学者だもんね。でも有効活用していたのはどっちかな。
He presses several buttons. The chamber begins to descend slowly, moving down a transparent conduit into the depths below.
これでようやくオルフェルーネも一息つける。長い間楽園計画のために心血注いできたもんね。
My fucking god.
お嬢様の挙げた成果は賞賛に値します。だからこそ計画指導の場にお嬢様が立ち会う。それが払うべき最低限の敬意です。
You're so fucking stupid, Igla. You're just so stupid. It's just I don't understand how you were able to achieve such levels of stupidness. All this spec for nothing. Oh my god. Chilovek guffles, her belting laughter echoing through the laboratory. She circles Igla once, her steps as light as a dance.
大丈夫だって。全部予定通りに進めるよ。
I want Chilovek that so bad. I want her badly.
種も土壌も用意した。
Oh my god.
あとはお嬢様があの赤いボタンをポチッと押すだけで綺麗なお花が咲くんだ。
Her voice suddenly dropped as she leans close to Igla's ear.
もしもの話だけど、あの子に何かあれば私が代わりにやってもいいんだよ。
Do you really trust this bitch, Igla? No, seriously, what part? What in this woman says trustworthy to you? Honestly. You really believe that she's going to help Orpheus also? Fucking goddamn. Igla steps sideways, putting distance between herself and Chilovek. Her gaze sharp as a blade.
何度も強調したはずです。計画に関してはお嬢様に一任されています。お嬢様の許可を得ていない行動、すべて違反行為に該当します。
You're so... Okay. Igla's voice is not loud, yet it carries an unmistakable authority, chilling the very air in the laboratory. Chilovek shivers theatrically, then immediately breaks into laughter again.
怖い怖い。嘘だって。本気にしないでよ。オルフェルーネを待つに決まってるじゃん。
Yeah, because I'm sure that would be very convenient for you.
あの子のことめっちゃくちゃリスペクトしてるからね。
Chilovek prances over to the large display, her fingers flying across the control panel.
でもさ、あの子は自分が何をしているのか分かってるの？あの子は再生可能エネルギーしか見えてないけど、そんなんじゃもったいない。私が興味あるのはその先にある無限の可能性なんだよね。
Igla, please. Igla, please. Chilovek doesn't... She barely conceals how untrustworthy she is. And yet you still, every single time, you insist in making the same bad choices again and again and again. Read it now. Ah, my God. Igla moves the sleeve of her suit and speaks calmly.
何はともあれ、私の役目はお嬢様を守り、指示に従うこと。それらは他のすべてより優先されます。
Chilovek turns around and makes an exaggerated bow with her right hand pressed to her chest.
あんたは間違いなく私が見てきた人の中で一番忠誠心があるよ。
Igla inclines her head slightly and turns towards the door.
お嬢様の元へ向かいます。あなたは最後の準備にだけ専念してください。
じゃあね。心配しなくてもちゃんとお花を咲かせるんだから。
Sure you will. After Igla leaves, the laboratory doors slowly close. Chilovek's smile vanishes in an instant. Her eyes turn cold and razor sharp. She hops lightly back to the console, fingers tapping wildly at the keyboard.
いやー、揃いも揃って頭の中がお花畑だこと。
Oh my god. Wow.
王43が花を咲かせるためだけにいるわけないじゃん。最初に咲く場所を知ったらびっくりするだろうね。ああ、もう待ちきれない。その時のあんたたちの顔を早く見たいな。
You're just so... sorry. Fucking god, the most stupid character in this entire event. Prophets 1. When both your eyes are covered, you lose sight of the future. BS one pie. Go. Inside the penthouse suite where Orpheloon is currently staying, guided decorations glitter beneath the crystal chandelier. The desk is piled high with repeatedly revised speech drafts, every page covered in handwritten notes and corrections. Orpheloon Girard stands before a mirror, constantly adjusting her already flawless evening gown and carefully styled golden curls. She smooths non-existent wrinkles with her dress and tucks a strand of already secured hair back behind her ear.
もう髪が決まらない。どうしてこんなにうまくいかないの？
Orpheloon appears far more irritable and restless than usual. She stares at her reflection, anxiety flickering in her eyes. Then she turns and walks to the desk, picking up the latest edited speech draft.
楽園計画はエネルギー分野に新たな風を。
She suddenly flings the manuscript onto the desk.
こんな俗物めいた表現ではジラードや私の名に傷がつく。三流企業でもこんな前置き使わないわ。
Orpheloon paces to the window, her high heels stepping crisply against the floor. She looks down at the brightly illuminated city of Levy below, her hands clenched into fists.
発表なんか何度もやってきたのに、なんでこんなに緊張してるの？
Well, to be fair, there is a lot of things on your shoulders right now. The reputation of your entire family's company, the recent information given to you by the commander, and possibly the doubts about your business partners. Sorry, not business, research partners. She knows perfectly well what the source of her distress is. Orpheloon tightens her grip on her braids, the words that imposter journalist continue to echo in her mind. It is utterly ridiculous. The more she thinks about it, the angrier she becomes. She even thought he was a kind soul who understood her.
私の研究が邪教に利用されてる。チルロビグはその一員。馬鹿げてるわ。
Her gaze shifts towards the tablets on the desk, its screen filled with complex charts and equations. Orpheloon walks over, wiping the screen and scrolling through layers of data as her brows slowly knit together.
もし本当に生き袋やブージャムを作るために技術を利用されていたとしたら。
Her fingertip hovers over the screen. Though these are all materials she has reviewed countless times, none of it is registering in her head now. Gradually, her attention drifts elsewhere, and her expression grows distant.
私の研究なのに、もう私だけじゃどうにもならないの。
Yes. Yes, you're completely powerless right now, Orpheloon.
科学がどういう結果をもたらすかは、それを扱う人間次第。フランクフルトの時の私は
ただ見ているだけの被害者だった。でも今は。
It has to be Igla. Her thoughts are interrupted by the soft knock at the door.
お嬢様、入ってよろしいですか？
Here she comes, the most stupid character of the event. Oh my. You know you're just doing things to kill your young mistress, aren't you? No, what I must say, she doesn't. Just fucking stupid after all. Orpheloon immediately straightened her back, regaining her composure and resuming the posture of a proud scion.
発表原稿が見るに耐えないからイラついてたとこよ。
Igla enters, carrying a cup of tea. Her suit is perfectly pressed, without a single crease.
お茶を用意しました。お嬢様が大好きなアールグレイでございます。いつも通りレモン汁3滴とミントを少々入れてあります。
Orpheloon accepts the cup with deliberate poise and takes a small step. Her eyebrow lifts slightly.
まあまあね。でもミントはもっと少ない方がいいわ。
Igla bows slightly.
以後気をつけます。
Orpheloon walks back towards the window, turning her back to Igla. Her voice softens a little.
イグラ、衛星都市の違法実験室のこと調べたんでしょ？
Igla raised her head slightly, a trace of wariness flashing through her eyes.
はい、初歩的にですが。
Are you really okay with all of this, Igla? You're even lying to your young mistress. No, technically, maybe technically it couldn't be considered a lie. After all, she did receive a little bit more information about the project, but still.
非軍事勢力管理局によって情報管制が敷かれています。
No, never mind. She is lying.
現時点ではあれらの実験がチルロビグ様ないしパラデウスという名の組織と関係している証拠はありません。
You're even lying to her, Igla. Come on. Sorry. Sorry. Orpheloon turns around, biting her lower lip.
あの記者、いや、偽記者のことを思い出すの。私の研究が邪教に利用されていて、シルロビグはその一員。粒子収集技術も生き袋やブージャムを作るためのものだって。
She grips the teacup tightly, her voice trembling slightly.
誤った方法で正しい結果は導き出せない。この言葉が忘れられない。もしチルロビグが本当に。
Igla sets down the tray and steps beside Orpheloon. Her gaze gentle, yet resolute.
お言葉ですが、あの道家の言葉を真に受けてはなりません。
How does the little bitch Chilovag looks more trustworthy to you than the commander? Sorry. I should stay quiet.
お嬢様の才能と努力は世界でも有数の科学者たちに認められたのですよ。
Orpheloon places the teacup down heavily on the desk, feeling some of the tea.
でも、もし私の研究が私の手に負えないとしたら、本当に誰かが私の研究を利用しておぞましい人体実験を繰り返していたとしたら、あの二隻者は正しかったってことじゃない？
Orpheloon's gaze shifts towards the computer screen, her voice growing lower.
フランクフルトを生き延びてからずっと証明したかった。自分の力を、そしてジラード家が世界を変えられることを。でも楽園計画が本当にそういうことなら、私って。
お嬢様。
What are you going to say, Igla? Igla interrupts Orpheloon's self-reproach. She raises her hands, hesitates briefly, then gently rests it on Orpheloon's shoulder.
100歩譲って、そのようなリスクがあるとしましょう。あなたはあの記者にこうおっしゃいました。科学がどういう結果をもたらすかは、それを扱う人間次第。計画の善悪を決めるのはあなたなのです。
Igla's voice is warm and steady, like a soothing current calming Orpheloon's uneasy heart.
チルロビグ様の正体がどうであれ、彼女の知識はすでにあなたのもの。
She's going to die because of you. Igla, just say.
それをどう使うのかもあなた次第です。そんな言いがかりで長年の夢を捨てるおつもりですか？
Hesitation flickers in Orpheloon's eyes.
でもそれを否定できる根拠もないでしょ。
調査は続行します。楽園計画の管理体制も強化します。
Can you guys delay the activation while at it too, please?
確証が得られるまで世界を変えるチャンスを逃すべきではありません。
I'm so stressed right now. It's just the whole Igla storyline stresses me the fuck out, because if Igla wasn't so cooperative with Chilovek, this whole thing would be so much easier to deal with. But no, she needs to stand as a major obstacle for the commander, for Kalina, the non-fa personnel, the D5 task force team. God damn it.
あの動機の杞憂が事実だとしても、お嬢様なら必ず正しい方向へ導けます。
Orpheloon slowly straightens her posture. The unease in her eyes gradually gives way to determination. Oh, please no.
そうよね。私はオルフェルーネ・ジラードよ。この私がいいように利用されてたまるものですか。
She pats her own cheek to psych herself up.
今夜のサミットで楽園計画の偉大さを分からせてやるわ。
Sorry.
あの二隻者の言ったこと絶対に起こさせやしない。
You have no power, Orpheloon, I'm sorry. You have absolutely no power in this.
あんなやつに科学者の何が分かるっていうの？
I'm so stressed.
それでこそお嬢様です。
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
お嬢様とジラードの力を世に知らしめるのです。
Oh my god.
ええ、そうよ。今夜全人類が科学のもたらす奇跡を目にするわ。
Please. Please.
私を軽んじてきた連中に目に物を見せてやるんだから。
Oh, I'm sure they are going to be speechless, alright? Because the dads don't talk. So stressing. This story is stressing the fuck out of me. Just as Orpheloon regains her confidence, Igla's communicator suddenly rings. Igla glances at it with mild surprise, then answers.
どうぞ。
A hurried voice comes through the communicator. Igla's expression gradually turns grave. Her eyes flash with a trace of alarm.
わかりました。引き続き監視を。むやみに動かないでください。
It's definitely related to the commander.
すぐに向かいます。
She ends the call and turns towards Orpheloon. Her expression remains composed, though the vigilance in her eyes lingers.
どうしたの？
Igla smiles calmly, her tone steady as usual.
警備上の確認事項です。ご心配には及びません。ですがお嬢様の発表に支障がないよう、念には念を。
Orpheloon lifts her chin, her golden curls swaying lightly with the motion.
いってらっしゃい。裏側は任せたわよ。
Ah,
ジラード家の名誉はこのサミットにかかってるんだからね。
Igla bows slightly.
仰せのままに。すぐに戻ります。
Igla respectfully exits the suite, gently closing the door behind her. Orpheloon walks back towards the window and gazes down at the bustling city of Livy once more. Her expression is resolute and confident, yet deep in her eyes, that faint, gnawing doubts still lingers.
科学がどういう結果をもたらすかは、それを扱う人間次第。私はこの技術を使って歴史を作るのよ。
You have no power.
必ず。
Her whisper is nearly inaudible as it fades into the empty suite, with only the city lights outside silently bearing witness to her solitude. This is so stressing. Jesus Christ, please move me out of that storyline. It stresses me so much. Hank. Oh, we are going back to Mr. Kruger. Please give me good news, Mr. Kruger. Negotiations have failed and the illusion of peace has shattered with it. VS 1-6. Go. This is probably going to be the last stage of today. Soldiers wearing specialized masks are inspecting the site where a firefight has just taken place. Kruger sits on a sofa, watching the soldiers patrol the area. He loosens his sigh and lets out a long sigh. Also, they were able to... He shifts his gaze to the other side of the room, where the supreme leader of the Girard group has been sitting. There is now only a corpse, blood still seeping from its chest. When the stray bullet struck Oleg, no one on either side spared a thought for whether he lived or died. In his final moments, he could only grip Kruger's hand tightly while his mouth hung open, desperately trying to form words in vain. Oh my god, look who's here. You are still alive, old man? After 10 years? An elderly man leaning on a cane limps into the conference room. Kruger immediately rises to greet him. Javier waves a hand at Kruger, signaling him to relax, then motions for his attendants to hand him a terminal. Kruger tries his best to put on a poker face, to keep his earlier emotions from showing. Fortunately, Javier does not seem to care much about his expression.
事態はまだ制御下に置かれている。あなたが来るほどじゃない。
そう構えるな。別に君の仕事に口を出すつもりはない。
Yeah, you don't look that old either. Thanks to the art style.
昔馴染みがまた落とし物をしてしまってね。その尻拭いに来たんだ。
落とし物?
Javier hands the terminal to Kruger. Kruger has barely read the beginning before his brow furrows.
だとしたら国際情勢に響く。今でさえ東西両陣営の関係が悪化してるんだ。
And here I was expecting good news, God.
こんな大事な時に。
だから尻拭いと言っただろう。今ならまだ大事にならずに済む。
サーの決定を疑うつもりはないが、最近の情勢を見るに新しい政策は財団の動きを制限できてない。これは
皆まで言うな。今のうちに後始末を済ませられれば全ては彼の計画のままだ。
Of course. Sure.
それが私たちの仕事じゃないか。
Kruger nods and hands the terminal back.
そういえば君のお気に入りの部下も来ているようだな。
Kruger's expression darkened. Only after a moment does he respond.
我々がやろうとしていることはフェアじゃない。知っている。
だがこの世に公平など存在しない。あの指揮官に深入りするなと。
A bit too late for that right now, Javier.
やっと自由の身になれたというのに、また厄介ごとに首を突っ込んで生贄になる必要はない。君の言葉なら指揮官も聞くんじゃないか。
あなたが言った方が説得力があるんでは。
すまんすまん。怒らせるつもりはない。だが確かに君に言わせるのは私に任せる。君は自分の役目に専念してくれ。先ほど新しい命令が来たはずだ。お互い仕事を始めようとしよ
う。Kruger nods helplessly and walks out with Javier. Before leaving, he hastily writes a handwritten note to Leva and whispers a few words into her ear. Just as he steps out the door, he casts one last glance at Oleg's body and mutters under his breath. With that, he leaves the room without looking back. The air in the brightly lit backstage area at Leaves International Convention and Exhibition Center is thick with tension and anticipation. Staff members hurry back and forth, commands crackling non-stop through their earpieces. Orphelin Girard stands alone before a full-length mirror, gazing at the radiant figure reflected back. She's dressed in a tailored deep blue evening gown. Her long golden hair is perfectly swept up, diamond earrings catching and refracting the cold light. She takes a deep breath, her fingers tightly intertwined.
落ち着くのよ、オルフェルーネ。たかが発表、いつも通りやればいい。今回が一番大事だからって今までと何も違わないし。
Man, this whole situation sucks. This whole thing just sucked, honestly. Her fingers lightly brush over the speech draft, the formulas resting quietly on the page, waiting to be unveiled to the world.
ダメ、やっぱり緊張するわ。絶対に成功させないと。
A staff member knocks gently and peeks inside the dressing room.
ジラード様、本番まであと5分です。今、司会の方が挨拶をしております。
Orphelin straightens instantly, the familiar pride of the Girard heiress settling back onto her face.
ええ、わかりましたわ。今夜、世界がこのオルフェルーネ・ジラードに震撼すると伝えなさい。
The staff member bows and exits quickly. Orphelin turns back to the mirror, takes out the lipstick, and carefully reapplies it. The color hasn't faded. She's only doing it to steady her nerves. Unbidden, her thoughts drift to the person who had helped suppress her anxiety before. The press conference 2 days earlier.
あの偽記者、あいつも来ているのかしら。いや、そんなわけないわよね。
Oh, you're in for a surprise, Orphelin.
今回はそんな奴が入ってこれるような場所じゃない。
As Orphelin's thoughts wander, the host's voice carries into the backstage area, through the speakers.
本日ご来場していただいている皆様、世界に名だたる科学者の皆様、報道メディアの皆様、ジラードグループ楽園計画全世界同時発表サミットへようこそ。今宵我々は共に見届けるでしょう。科学の歴史に残る偉業を、世界のエネルギー事情を大きく変える革命的な技術を。
Bang. Let's fucking go. A burst of gunfire and explosion erupts outside, abruptly cutting off the host's introduction. Guests exchange stunned looks at hushed murmurs, rapidly escalating to panicked chatter.
皆様落ち着いてください。 これはきっと避難訓練に違いない。
The gunfire grows closer. Several soldiers begin storming in through a side entrance of the hall. An officer strides into the stage and forcefully takes the microphone from the host. His voice booms through the speakers, drowning out the chaos.
安全上の問題により今回のイベントは中止となった。ご来場の皆さんには順番に退場してもらう。これは軍の命令だ。異議は認めない。
The venue plunges into chaos. Prominent figures stare at one another in shock. Reporters scramble to capture footage, flashes firing incessantly. Hearing everything through the speakers, Orphelun's eyes widen in disbelief. She springs to her feet, ready to rush out, but is intercepted by a staff member who has just entered.
ジラード様、まだ状況がわかりませんので、今は控室の方に。
こんなの馬鹿げてる。私はオルフェルーネ・ジラードよ。今すぐ責任者を出しなさい。
Just as she's about to force her way past the staff member, Igla suddenly pushes the door open, her expression unusually grave. Her suit is still immaculate, but the calm in her eyes is replaced by a rare urgency.
お嬢様、大変申し訳ございませんが、私と共にお逃げください。
Orphelun turns to her, fury blazing.
イグラ、軍の連中がジラード主催のサミットを邪魔しに来たのよ。許せない。話をしてくるわ。
Oh boy. Orphelun, you have no power here. Igla steps swiftly to Orphelun's side, her voice low and firm.
お嬢様、今はそういう場合ではありません。これは明らかに楽園計画を狙った襲撃です。警備部隊が今も抵抗を続けていますが、すでにこの会場は包囲されています。計画のために、そして何よりお嬢様の安全のためにも、ここはどうか。
楽園計画を狙った。誰が何のために。まさかあの偽記者が。
Igla gently shakes her head, cutting off Orphelun's speculation.
説明はまた後ほどに。今はまずここを出ることが先です。警備部隊ではそう長く持ちません。秘密通路の方から離脱いたしましょう。
Orphelun frowns, hesitation flashing through her eyes.
秘密通路？そんなものがあるなんて聞いたことないわ。
Orphelun, please, at some point, she needs to... Calm down. Igla extends her hand almost deferentially, yet her tone allows no refusal.
お嬢様をお守りする身として、様々な可能性を考慮するのが私の役目です。時間がありません。どうか信じてください。
Orphelun meets Igla's unwavering gaze, then finally nods. Igla immediately leads her through a concealed service door into a narrow corridor.
イグラ、正直に話して。一体何が起きているの？なぜ軍が介入してくるの？楽園計画を止めに来た目的は？
Igla, please, Igla, please stop being stupid for 1 second.
それと、どこに行くの？
Igla does not slow her pace as she scans the path ahead.
楽園計画の技術をよく思わない者たちがいます。
Oh my fucking god, Igla!
リスクがあると誤認し、 その発表と実用化を止めようとしています。
I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, Igla.
リスクですって。私は何度も検証を重ねてきたわ。そんなのただの言いがかりよ。
I'm not angry at Orphalum. She's just because she is purposefully by others kept in the dark. So I don't hold any resentment against her. She just doesn't know. She just lacks critical information, and it's difficult for her to start completely disbelieving the reality that other people built around her. But Igla is pissing off so much right now.
その通りです。しかし、人は理解できないものを恐れ、自身の利益を死守する生き物。ですがご安心を。用意はできております。
Oh, sure you are.
今から向かうのはチルロビグ様の実験室です。そこにある設備で楽園計画は依然実行可能です。
Oh my god. Orphalum suddenly stops and grips Igla's arm. In the dim light, her eyes gleam with suspicion and doubt. Yes, 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 please, please.
チルロビグの実験室？どうしてそこに設備が揃っているの？
Yes, yes, Orphalum, come on, come on, come on, come on, please, please, please.
イグラ、私に何か隠してる？
Igla looks straight into Orphalum's eyes, a flicker of complex emotion crossing her face.
私は決してお嬢様にとって不利益なことはいたしません。
You're doing that right now. Sorry. I need to calm down. Okay.
ただ、最悪の状況に備えて、私の方でいくつか手配させていただきました。チルロビグ様の実験室もその一つです。楽園計画が妨害を受けた場合に備えて。
Orphalum, please don't buy any of this. Orphalum bites her lip.
イグラ、正直に言って、あの二隻者の言ったことは本当なの？私の研究に私の知らない何かがあるの？
Igla shakes her head gently, her voice soft yet resolute.
お嬢様の研究は純粋で崇高なるものです。お嬢様の才能も他に類を見ないものです。
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna. Sorry.
サジを報告しなかったことは認めます。
Oh, some trivial, you say? Igla, you're just so stupid. You're just so stupid. You're just.
ですがそれもお嬢様の才能を存分に発揮できる環境を築くためです。なのでどうか私を信じてください。今までのように。
Orphalum, please don't buy any of this. After a brief silence, Orphalum takes a deep breath and straightens her back. She's going to buy something of this.
わかったわ、イグラ。
I'm stressed. I'm angry.
ただし、すべてが終わったら本当のことを教えて。
At the very least, right now, though, it's probably somewhat safe, right? Because I don't think that Chilovex would be able to withstand the levels of radiation that is going to be absorbed, that is going to concentrate around here. So maybe perhaps the lab could be the safest place in case Perfect Eden succeeds. Maybe. I don't know. But then again, Chiloveg is able to just... how should I say, use a backup of her or something like that. At the very least now, we could be certain that at the very least Orpheloon is going to see the commander again. So her chances of surviving are, could say, at least a little bit better. Maybe. Also, with Orpheloon present, perhaps we could explore Igla's weakness in case a confrontation occurs. Igla, you're pissing me so much. You have no idea. I don't know which of the two I hate more, Chiloveg or Igla right now. No, Chiloveg. Definitely Chiloveg. Because Chiloveg is evil and Igla is just stupid. Igla bows deeply.
かしこまりました。
Meanwhile, in a temporary command center somewhere outside the city, the lights burn brightly.
報告。サミット会場は完全に制圧しました。
Now, who exactly are you guys?
ジラードグループの警備部隊の激しい抵抗に遭い、20分ほど戦闘が続きました。医療班もすでに待機中です。
Oh, yeah, of course, Xavier, man. Why didn't I thought about that? Like, maybe I am the stupid one here.
目標オルフェルーネ、ジラードは見つかったか。
The officer looks somewhat embarrassed.
いえ、くまなく捜索しましたが、目標及びその側近は発見できていません。
Xavier lets out a soft sign, showing no surprise.
ジラード家は相変わらず狡猾だ。
But really though, did they really think, okay, in case they entered a confrontation with Igla, there's no way they could be able to handle her. If even Boy Masna has trouble dealing with her, I find it hard to believe that the military human soldiers could be able to stand their feet against her. Although they do have the authority of the government, so maybe they are counting on that to avoid a confrontation. Still though.
捜索を続けてくれ。ただし、くれぐれも騒ぎを大きくしないように。警備部隊もゆっくり処理していけばいい。相手はジラードグループの令状だ。下手な損失を出すことは誰も望んでいない。
はっ。全処します。
So better than Igla. And with that, I'm going to end the stream for today. How many stages were that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stages. Huh. And it seems that the whole thing has what, 21 in total? Wait, so I am essentially halfway there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. Okay, alright, yeah. Oh. Then maybe I could finish this in like, what, 2 more streams? Oh, if I can finish this whole event in 2 more streams, that would be perfect. Because then I could fit putting waves right after it. And I can also start GFL1 virtual pair next week. The story is wrapping up. The story, I like the story. even though the Igla segments make me stress, it doesn't mean I dislike the story. I think the story is doing a very good job so far. But I think that they have not reached the peak of it yet. The peak that I keep hearing people talk about. And just to be sure, for the next 2 days, I'm going to stay away from Twitter. Actually, I think it would be easier for me to just mute a few keywords on Twitter, just to be sure no one's going to spoil me on anything. I like this story. This is a very good story. Tomorrow, I will try to continue it. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow again and gonna continue the story. I don't know how far I will be able to go on it, but it shouldn't take long. I wonder what's written on these letters on the background here. Read the end of it though. Okay, alright. This is the end of the stream. So, thank you anyone who appeared in the stream. Thank you especially online residents. My biggest supporter. And so, with everything said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. Igla pieces missed so much. Igla's